Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Choochin on a Thursday afternoon, the junkyard edition here. Just making our way down the street. Hello. Checking out what's going on today. They still have this. They still have this boat over here. I got to be careful. We had a lot of rain over here. I don't want to slip and slide in the mud. Let's see if we see Elvis over at the junkyard, huh? Pulling some more windows over there. I'd love to have one of those little MGs, huh? That'd be cool. MG midgets. What a treasure trove in there. Anyway, guys, hope you're having a good day. Boat's still here. I wanted to talk a bit today about military, and I kind of had an inkling this morning when I put up the video about we kind of intervened, rolled up on that guy that I thought was going to go after and pound that vet there, that Navy vet. I was a little nervous yesterday when I went to, if you didn't see the video, when we went shopping yesterday, and I was going to get in the car, and I noticed some guy had pulled in squealing wheels and was after some elderly gentleman that had probably made a boo-boo in traffic, cut him off or did something. And I didn't know at the time that I walked up on him right away that it was the United States Navy vet, but as I got closer I saw his sticker and his thing on the window that you said USNRET, U.S. Navy retired. And I have a few friends of mine, Keith Gregory, Anthony, a lot of people, the boss, Navy people, Honey Badger, other ones, and a lot of people that are Army. And I was told, pointed out that I wouldn't have gone up if I didn't know it was military, and screw the military and warmongers and all that. I wish that guy had gotten pounded. Well, I don't usually remove comments on the channel, but I'm not going to tolerate that on the channel. That this claim that the military is the part of the world's problem today, that we have military, because I couldn't disagree more. I think you only have to. So I mean, if you don't like military and you don't like our armed forces and you don't like veterans, then by all means unsub the channel and move on. I like a diversity of opinion, but I like people to keep it real when it comes to military. I don't know how far we're going to be able to get over here, but let's see if there's any new collectibles in here. I know those of you newer on the channel, I've been doing this stuff for years. You never know what you're going to find. But I told this person, I backed and forth with this person, I don't want to flame people. I'm not that kind of person. I don't curse. I don't cuss people out. I'm respectful to people. Even when I'm getting flamed or people hate my guts. I've lost some friends, or former friends anyway. And it is what it is. But I don't flame people. I don't go into chat rooms and raise hell and stuff. I just try to talk and reason and just state things, but I don't tolerate this stuff about the military, and that the military is the cause of all problems in the world today. All you have to do, and I directed this person to, it was actually two people. I directed, the other one might have been a troll just piling on. But I just tell these people to just sit back a minute, because this guy's like, oh, they're just cowards, anybody can be strong. I mean, these people go through real real difficult situations. You know, they go through basic training, and the Marine Corps is no joke. You think it's all shits and giggles and stuff. This is real hardcore stuff. And these guys get my maximum respect because I'm able to live my life today because of the sacrifices that they make. As outlandish as you may think that I am and the crazy stuff I do, it's the freedoms I enjoy because these guys were frontline enough to say, even the Rosie O'Kellys of the world are Americans and they deserve the protections and freedoms that our Constitution affords us, and they have the right to feel safe in their own being, in their own homes. And I appreciate that. I think about that all the time. And I think the sacrifices these people make and the risks they take, oh, we're at peace and stuff, bullshit. We got guys floating on ships out in the South Pacific Sea, toe to toe with the People's Liberation Navy. And at any minute it could be a flashpoint conflagration, and these guys could be decimated, right? You think they go to bed at night and just think about the chicks and poker and the next shore leave? No, they're wondering if tomorrow is going to be the day all hell breaks loose in the South China Sea. There's the United States standing up and making a statement for itself that, you know, we're keeping an eye on this region. We're not going to let people's rights be trampled. The people that, the troops that are stationed on the demilitarized zone in the 38th parallel in Korea, they could be gone tomorrow. They could be vaporized in under a minute. God knows how many of them could be gone. I mean, this is the realities of today, and we sit very insulated here. And we think because the shells aren't bursting in air and the bombs aren't falling all around us and they're not coming down the streets in Humvees, that it's not real. It is real. And these are men and women out there that risk their lives for us. People ride down the road in Humvees and vehicles on shitty roads in Afghanistan and in Iraq and stuff. They don't know when they go the next mile if that's going to be the last thing that they ever see on the face of the earth because somebody detonates a roadside bomb and they're obliterated. You think it's a cruise down those roads? You think it's easy to do that? These are the real heroes out here. You know, when I lived overseas, I got a real eye-opener when I lived in China for 5 years and Hong Kong, and I got to really absorb what happens when you're weak militarily, as was the case with the Chinese in the 1930s. They were in no position to stand up to Japan and to talk to people about the Japanese invasion of the mainland of China and the rape of Nanjing, and how people had to stand around defenseless because there was nobody to come to their aid, and probably over 1 million men, women, and children were massacred. And to speak to the survivors about the horrors, you know, tell them that the military is not important. Or the people in Hong Kong on Christmas Day 1942 that surrendered and basically enslaved themselves for the next 3 years to the Japanese Empire. Or the people in Singapore that got overrun. Do you think that they wish they'd had a stronger British presence there at that time? And I think the most telling of all was my ex's grandfather, who was a successful industrialist in China, in Shanghai, was bayoneted by the Japanese. Hi. Bayoneted by a Japanese soldier because he refused to cooperate with the Japanese in turning over his factory to produce munitions for the Empire of Japan. You know how many people go through life that have lost relatives and people dear to their hearts and colleagues that wish that there had been somebody to stand up for them in those dark hours and to be there. And when I go to sleep at night, and we all do, 24/7, heroes are out there on duty making the world safe so I can be the jerk on YouTube that I am. And I think of my wonderful friends like the boss, United States Navy, served admirably. My wonderful friend Francis, United States Navy Submariner Group. Anthony, United States Navy Medical Corps. Bobby, United States Army. Honey Badger, United States Navy. Keith Gregory, United States Navy. There's a new guy, USMC Marine Corps guy. I mean, these are the real heroes out there, everybody. These are the ones that I owe a debt of gratitude. So, you know, if you don't think that we need a strong military and we don't need the pushback that the military gives us, well, I think you've got another thing coming. And I would respectfully ask, no flaming, no nothing, because I'm not going to bicker back and forth with that battle. I would suggest that you unsub the channel and just stop watching my content. You know, I'm proud. I never served in the military, and that's, you know, just barely escaped the Vietnam War and being drafted and registration and all that. But I saw the aftermath of that. I saw people come back from that war, and I saw the crappy way that they were treated. And I saw the way that some of the nation turned against the military, and it turned my stomach. As if these people asked to go off and fight that war, but they went. That's why things like the Wounded Warrior Project and DAB used to, DAB used to be near and dear to my heart. The Wounded Warrior Project. I think about these young men and women that come back and how difficult it will be for them to get into a football game, or not to dance, or to deal with traumatic brain injuries and all that. And I think all my troubles on YouTube and stuff, they don't amount to a hill of beans. The real heroes are on YouTube. Open your eyes, check it out. Thanks for chooching along, everybody, on a Thursday afternoon. And once again, if you're going to diss vets and you're going to diss the military, please unsubscribe and move on. Thanks, everyone.